What's your prediction for the fight then?
Prediction?
Yes, prediction.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another show of Tea en Oor. Ja. Dis altyd lekker by die see met Kobus en vandag ons gaan die 13ste episode doen. How was my Afrikaans there?
Yes, Afrikaans accent. It's not voted the sexiest or the second sexiest accent for nothing, Claudio.
Oh, yeah, you know. Right. So let's begin with the recap. Well, let's pick up where we left off last episode.
Yes.
Take us away, Kobus.
So this episode we saw quite a physical rewards challenge where the castaways had to keep quite a heavy bar up in the air, and no surprises that your physical players, Rob, Steffi and Nicole, won the rewards. And I must give points to Rob, but I'll chat about that later, for picking the advantage in the game as his reward. I thought that was quite smart. So, any case, they ended up winning because there were three categories in the rewards challenge where you could compete for a specific reward. And yeah, Rob chose the advantage in the game, which ultimately also helped him, gave him a bit of an advantage with the immunity challenge, and he won the immunity challenge, got immunity, went to tribal council, and pulled off another blindside, sent Kobus packing. I don't think it was a huge blindside, but anyway, a little blindside, and Kobus got voted off of the island. Yeah, I think it was an interesting episode, but nothing major for me. Claudio, what was your take?
Yeah, man. The producers do really well in like getting you to the point of tribal council. We all know it's a straightforward vote, but then they somehow make you believe that there's a possibility of a different outcome. So they do that really well. And I think they've done that in the last 3 or 4 episodes. And that yesterday or whatever, this episode was the same thing. And yeah, I thought the challenge was very interesting, letting the guys compete for the different things. And obviously it played into the Island of Secrets with reward getting all 3 cooped up in one because he decided to play the game and he got rewarded for playing the game and not playing for food or secret letter or family letter or whatever. So I think that was pretty interesting. Overall, yeah, I think Kobus was sleeping and he went home and that was the result.
Great, Claudio. Okay, now it's time for the golden spear.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. What?
What do you...
Yeah, so my thoughts for the Golden Spear are there are 2 names that are playing this game that are pretty much running this game. We've got one candidate who's pretty much sitting on a high throne, looking down and playing, he's moving his chess pieces. And then we've got another candidate who's actually sitting at the bottom, groveling with all the other candidates, looking up and trying to find a seat. And he's doing really well. So let's start off with the king. The king, we know who the king is, King Rob. King Rob. I mean, he's just done so well. He's gotten himself in a position where he's covered at every angle. People are giving him information, and that hasn't changed at all. And he's winning everything. He gets rewarded in the challenge for deciding to play the game and actually say he's playing for the advantage. I mean, when he was up against Mubba, it was there was no chance. He was always going to win that. And because he decided to actually play for the advantage, he got more out of it, going to Island Secrets, getting the letter, getting the advantage, as well as obviously food. So that was pretty cool. And then he went back to the actual challenge, and then he lands up winning it because he had the advantage. And then his alliance completely strong, and it went exactly the way he wanted. Again, I think for the third or fourth time at Tribal Council. So he's a definite candidate for winning the Golden Spear. And then Jacques is the other guy. My man over here, Mr. Bad Boy himself. I mean, this guy came out playing. He said he was playing a passive game, but we know he was after the cryptocurrency, which is on his belt over there. That's the game he's playing, and he's got nothing to lose. So why not do what he's doing at this stage? He's forced into a corner, and he tries to blindside Steffi. He's really upset her, which is fantastic for us to watch. But he plays this game really well because of the knowledge that he has. So he deserves to be credited for the way in which he did that. And also, how many guys go into Tribal Council bluffing with the immunity around his neck and then decide not playing it? So it is brilliant. I like that.
Yes.
It's a real ball. Balls are steel.
Yeah, yes.
Ball back. Sorry.
Yes, I must agree with you that I think those two stood out for me in this episode as well. You know, Rob, he's really, outwitting, outplaying, and outlasting. And I feel like he made the best choice, like I've mentioned, to choose an advantage in the game, and then ended up getting all three advantages basically. So that was good from Rob's side, and he's playing a strong social game. So he's really up there. Then, like you said, Jacques pulling off the biggest poker move ever, taking that immunity to tribal council, just putting it out there. I'm playing it tonight, definitely, and they're not playing it. So yes, it's hard. It's hard to choose between one of those two to go with the goal.
But I think Jacques though did make a whole bunch of people eat his shit though. There were a lot of people that ate his shit there at Tribal Council. So I don't know. And he was isolated. So I know Rob. I think Rob gets hard done by us every time because he's played this game so well. We tend to overlook him because we're looking for someone else who's moved. But So like you said, it's quite tough. What do you think?
I think Jog did a bit of a better job, impressing the jury. So that's going to count more for him.
Ooh, yes, you're right. Also, he's doing that really well.
And also the fact is, Mike also mentioned it in this episode. He said, you don't want to win too many rewards and immunities and things, because that also puts a target on your back. And I think, if Rob doesn't win an immunity in the next episode, they're coming for him at some point, because the game really starts getting a more individual now. So people start thinking, who can't I sit next to at Final Tribal Council? And at this stage, realistically, the jury is going to vote for Rob. If it's a final where it's Nicole, Steffi, and Rob, they're all going to vote for Rob because he's played a phenomenal game and they know it. So they are going to blindside him at some point. Any case, long story short, is I think have we given the Golden Spear to Jacques yet?
Oh, I don't think we have.
We haven't.
Jacques was like one of our first subscribers. Sorry, Jacques, it's taken us so long, but I think it's time. You ready, Kobus?
Yes, I'm ready.
Congratulations, Jacques. Mooi gedoen. I love your work, my man. I love your work.
Okay.
Let's moving on to the wooden spoon.
Say, you do here.
Well, look, I already told you. I deal with the goddamn customers so the engineers don't have to. I have people skills. I am good at dealing with people. Can't you understand that? What the hell is wrong with you people?
Hout Leopold, village idiot kind of vibes. who did the stupidest thing in this episode? I think actually I've got quite a lot of candidates that I want to mention. First of all was Kobus. Damn it, man. Like 3 times in a row, you're trusting. It's like trusting somebody who cheated on you twice. And they're like, okay, but the first time I cheated on you, that was really an accident. So that didn't count. Okay. And the second time, no, it was, it was just a quick thing, and then, boom.
It didn't really mean much. It didn't really mean much. It was just, you weren't around, and I needed to be fit. So yeah, no. Yeah,
Anyway,
you're right.
Kobus getting done in 3 times in a row, and there were so many warning signals, where he spoke to Mike, and Mike's like, "No, I haven't thought about how I'm voting tonight." Bullshit, man. Who doesn't think how they're gonna vote the day after an immunity challenge? Any case,
Yeah. But also, Kobus, sorry, man, before I have to say this, I'm going to forget, but like on the thing on Kobus, like exactly, he knew he was on the outs. There was something telling him he wasn't part of this group. And then he still let Jacques do all the work, and he didn't like go with Jacques to convince people. He still decided he wanted to be seen as part of the group, letting Jacques take the fall as being the bad boy. So I was just like, bro, you're fighting for your life in this game. Do you really want it or don't you want it? It's up to you. But anyway,
Anyway, my other candidates is Steffi for requesting Jacques to flush his idol. I mean, at this stage in the game, why the hell would you start that conversation? And then Jacques made a very valid point. Oh, so you don't think there are any other people who's got idols? Oh, no, I don't know. I didn't get one on the Island of Secrets. And I'm like, that was a stupid argument. And then, also, I must mention, Mike for giving up in the rewards challenge. That was weak. I mean, come on, you're on the island playing the game. I don't know if it's just a competitive side, of me, but I feel like just giving up in a challenge, that shit's weak. And same with the Rao, he knew Nicole was gonna kick his ass, ne? So he just, Nicole, how hungry are you? Boom, I'm out of the challenge. Bullshit.
I kind of feel like Mike did the same thing though. He knew Steffi owned him, so he was just like, "Yo, I'm being kind, everyone. I'm being kind." Yeah, so foot, man.
And and then the row again, man. Spelled Kobus' name, Corbus.
Yeah.
Oh my word, no. So those are
spelling bee award.
Right?
Yeah. No, I was saying we should just have like a spelling bee award. Like give everyone a point for spelling the person's name right, and if you get it wrong, we know where Kobus up where what's his name would be at the bottom. The wrong would be at the bottom.
Yeah.
So yeah, terrible.
In any case, your candidates, Claudio.
Yeah, man. I think Mike. I'm gonna start off with Mike. He gives up in the challenge and he lets Steffi take it. He says he's being kind, so he's building that trust with Steffi. But at the end of the day, he's still going to be at the bottom with a 3. He says he's whispering everything in Rob's ears. Or in his ear, and he's claiming that everything's his and he's waiting for the right moment. But if we look what happened last season, Jean claimed to have done the same thing, and we all know that wasn't the case. Werner carried her and no one respected her for that. So he's finding himself in a bit of a purgatory where he needs to make a decision now, and I'm hoping he does it next because he wants to side with Mabba, Durang, and Letitia, and so there's 4v3. But then again, you got to question Durang again. He's got his loose lips, like Jeffrey said at Tribal Council. He's pretty much says he's close to 2 people. Who are those 2 people? It's not Mabba. He thinks he's close to Rob. That's what he thinks. So Mike's plan is going to go to shit if he doesn't wake up with regards to or smell the coffee with regards to Durang. Because Durang, he's a wild card, but he is Rob's lapdog. That's what he is. Steffi, I think Steffi, as soon as she tries to be strategic in this game, she becomes highly dangerous to herself. I think she just literally needs to keep playing the game of physical side, stay out of everyone's way. What she's done now, she's bringing out the inner Hulk. She's getting so upset that things haven't gone away. She tried to bully Jacques into playing his idol. Does she even know? And like the other thing, is she aware that Rob and Nicole have idols? Is she aware of that? She is aware of that, no?
Yeah, she's aware of that. So that's sort of like.
It was like, look, from that perspective, it's quite convincing because even I, after a while, was like, but does she really know that her alliance
I also thought about it, it's like flipping out. It's, Rob and Nicole's got idols, but she's not alluding to it in any way.
So I don't know. I think she's been good in the series or in the show up until this point. I think her true colors slowly coming out. She's getting hungry. things aren't going away, and she's coming across a bit like a spoiled brat, and that's kind of what it is, unfortunately. I mean, that's how she's behaving. I'm just calling what I'm seeing. Nicole has no chance in hell in winning this game. I think what Nicole's trying to do from here on in, she knows she's not going to win the game, and she's just trying to do some PR management. She is, and again, we mentioned this, the beauty queen, but she knows that post-Survivor, people have already painted her as this brush as like a kind of a villain. Since that move that she voted out Nathan, people haven't forgiven her for that. So she keeps using the word trust. And I don't think it's to win over the jury or win over members within the game. I think it's literally just to remind people watching the game that she is actually a good person. So I think that's what she's doing. And Maba Mba, the Bamba, the Mama Lamba, Bamba Lamba. She's bumbling along, man. She's bumbling along. I would have loved to have seen her side with Jacques. At the end of the day, Jacques is in a precarious situation. His days are numbered. I mean, no one's going to want to play with him. No one. He's going to have to find advantage. He's going to have to play this isolated game, try his best to travel at the challenges, because who wants to sit next to Jacques at the end as well? Let's be honest. Yep. I can like him, but I would never want to be seen dead with that guy in the final two, because he's going to clean up. He's going to clean up.
Yes. Oh, okay. So are those your candidates, Claudio, for Wooden Spoon?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't hear the wrong.
The wrong, obvious. You know, Kobus. He wrote Kobus. So, yeah. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Where are you lining?
I think we strongly agree on Mike. You know, giving up in the challenge, that for me was very weak. So Mike's getting a wooden spoon coming his way.
I don't know. I don't know if he deserves it.
I think
the lady behind yours
more strongly about Steffi.
Yeah, man. I'm Steffi.
Two episodes in a row.
What, did she win it last one?
Yep,
did she really?
won it last time as well.
Guys, watch out. Steffi's coming for you. She wants your wooden spoon
on your tail, man.
Yeah, man. I reckon that's the one that gets
it. Get it up for the Hulk here, down on my right hand side.
I like you, Steffi. 2 weeks in a row. All right. Everyone settle down. It's time for the Storms Brewing.
Yes, Storm is brewing. Claudia, I know we said Mike is a candidate for the wooden spoon, but I do think he's going to play actually a crucial role in the episodes coming up, because what I suspect is going to happen now, it is now very clear that Rob, Nicole, and Steffi are the top three, and they're going for top three. So if the rest of the people, they must, if they're not going to pull something out of their sleeves, they're not going to make the top three. So I think what's going to happen, my suspicion is Mike and Jock's going to be aligning a bit stronger. And then because Mike's got some rapport with Maba, Letitia, and Daryl, he's going to convince them to vote otherwise. And we might be seeing a blind side. If we don't see it next week, it's tickets. It's a steamroller up until the end.
Yeah.
And, it's going to be a very, voor die hand liggende conclusion, very, very obvious conclusion as how the game will be going. So, and then I think Rob's going to take it. So, but in any case, I don't think that's going to happen. I think there's some action is coming our way. And I also, we saw in the preview, Steffi really losing her shit towards Jock there, saying, we're coming for you and you're going to lose and rah, rah, rah. And really, hulking it out there. And then Jock said, well, I know what you're going to do. You're just going to pile all your votes on me. So I'm playing my idol. And then I'm basically going to decide who goes home. So, and that pissed her off something awful. But in any case, your take on Storm is Brewing.
Yeah, I don't think that was the smartest thing for Jacques to say, by the way. I think he could have kept that one to himself because I don't think she would have figured that out. But yeah, the obvious one is the Jacques Steffi storm. I think that's going to cause a lot of friction and awkwardness at camp or post tribal council, which is going to be fantastic to watch. So it's pretty much what Jacques can do. I mean, I think no one's going to want to play with him. So unless he comes up with some sort of magic, he's definitely going to be in the show for another episode because of his idols. So that gives him some benefits. So gives him some wiggling room, so to speak. Rob is in a prime position, like you said. He can pretty much at this stage take anyone with him to the final three. And I think he knows it. And I think whoever wants to play with him, they're not seeing the bigger picture and they're not going to win. So he's in a very comfortable position. The guys that are loose, or the loose change guys, your Letitia, your Mamba, and your Durang. I wouldn't say Mike, because Mike clearly has a vision that he's working towards, so we'll give him credit for that. But the other three guys, it's pretty much where they're going to fall, what direction they're going to take. They're just trying to be as quiet as they can to get further in the game, but we know Survivor doesn't reward those sort of players. They're not going to land up winning. So at this stage, the candidates for winning Survivor are who? It's pretty much Rob. We know Steffi. We know Nicole. They're not going to win it. It's Jacques if he manages to stay into the last day, and then it's Mike. Those are your three main candidates for victory. The other guys are just literally being pulled along like little pawns in a chess game. So those are your three. Yeah.
And yeah. Any case, and I think also if the castaways apply their mind, they would realize those are the candidates for for winning the season. And you've got to plan accordingly. So, but to be exact, so if Jacques makes it to the end, he wins this game. Rob makes it to the end, he's second favorite. But I'm saying if it was a Jacques Rob, which would never happen, I think Jacques could edge him because of his relationship with the jury. The jury, yes.
Then you got Rob, and then you got Mike. Mike has to make some big moves because if he lands up with either one of them at the end, he's got no chance. Those big moves have to come, and we have to see them sooner rather than later.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Claudio, thanks for joining me for...
Before you sign off, you need to tell the people, do not forget to do what, Kobus? What must they not forget to do?
You must please subscribe. That's the first important thing. Do it here down below. Second thing...
Right now.
If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up.
Please post on Twitter. Don't be like me. But go and hashtag Thursday Night Outcasts and Survivor SA. Mention your wooden spoon candidate and your golden spear candidate and you'll be eligible to win a cool TNO t-shirt. So yeah.
And there are only 4 left, ladies and gentlemen. Only 4 left.
Yep.
We haven't announced this week's winner because it's a bit of a surprise. It's a bit of a surprise, but you'll see that in the coming weeks. Yeah, so we've got 4 more t-shirts. Get on that tweeting. Hashtag Thursday Night Outcasts, TNO, Bob's your uncle. Yeah, cool. That's pretty much it.
Yes, Claudio. So yes, thanks for joining me. I'll be seeing.
Wait. One thing, the best thing about doing these shows, Kobus, and the people need to know this, is that you get to do it without wearing pants. I think that's the best. Yeah. So that is the best part. Yeah, and look at the green screen. Just in case you guys didn't know how this worked. I mean, look, we've got a massive green screen here, and it's quite a rig. Quite a rig, yeah. Anyway, okay.
Yeah, we can do whatever the hell we want. It's our channel.
All right, goodbye.
It was fun, man. I'll see you again next week.
Cheers, man. Bye.